Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 5, Grave Danger. Warning, this will contain predictions and spoilers. If that's not your thing, turn away right now. This video will focus in on a small section of this week's episode. If you want to see the entire episode completely spoiled, tune in a couple hours and we'll have that video up as well. So we're going to start out with a time to remember. Now remember, last week they really pulled the wool over Negan's eyes. Negan was there to pick up Maggie basically, and Father Gabriel dug those graves. Now there's speculation there could be some weapons in those graves, but regardless, Negan at this point thinks that Maggie is dead. So in this week's episode, we're going to transform over to Hilltop. So Hilltop tonight will start out with Maggie's recovery, but shortly after we find out she's going to be okay and the baby's going to be okay, we get a scene where Maggie and Sasha walk over to the graves of Glenn and Abraham to pay their final respects. Assumably, there could be some flashback scenes. It's going to be tough to watch those, but we have to have it at some point. I know a lot of fans are not fully over the death, but the last few weeks they shifted from Kingdom to Alexandria. Now we're finally going to bring a little bit of closure, and tonight is really going to be the rise of Jesus. Jesus will evidently go by the graves and bring some flowers. So we're going to see the whole spectrum of Jesus. We're going to see that sensitive side. We're going to hear a little bit of the backstory of Jesus, but also see his fighting skills we'll talk about in a second. So here we go again. Once the morning is over, of course, the band of saviors is going to break in and ruin the moment as we're paying our final respects. These guys bust in the gate. You got smoke everywhere, burning stuff up. There's a bonfire that's going to be set. And then there is Simon trying to work his magic once again with Gregory. Gregory is a negotiator. We find out, we know Gregory's a snake from the comics. Here's a flash of it. We could just kill her, referring to, he's going to have some issues with Maggie. So it's a tough situation for him to be in. Do they kill Maggie? Do they exile Maggie? But ultimately, we know Maggie's going to start to take charge of the Hilltop. So more on that very shortly. Back in Alexandria, a lot of interesting dynamics happening. Carl is becoming rebellious. Enid finally has a purpose, so she remembers her relationship with Glenn, and her purpose is now to get to Hilltop to reform that bond with Maggie, because that's her only family in her mind. So Enid is going to hit the wall, she's going to take off, and Carl says to her, I'm not going to save you again, but he spoke a little bit too soon, because Carl goes super Uber driving mode, steals the car, rushes through the gate, goes to pick up Enid, and is going to transport her to Hilltop. So once again, he actually has to save her from some walkers as well too. You'll see that tonight. And then they make their trip up to Hilltop. We've seen this picture multiple times. Enid looks a little bit surprised that her Uber application still works during a zombie apocalypse. Let's get to the fight. So I talked in an earlier video about how this is going to be the Hilltop sort of lashing back against the Saviors. I doubt we're going to see any person-to-person combat tonight. I think it's going to be more of the group killing walkers. We've seen this multiple weeks, but it was nice to see Sasha pay that tribute to Abraham with the cigar. So it will be good to see her go into beast mode too, because she's going to need something to sort of take her mind off of things. And rest assured, Sasha will be vengeful. We're also going to get to see a little bit more of Jesus' martial arts skills. Unfortunately, it's going to be taking out a few walkers. And toward the end of the episode, I don't want to spoil everything for you guys because there will be another video later on today, but Jesus and Carl might slip away to the Saviors, and that's going to set the tone for the following weeks. And lastly, my least favorite topic, we're going to talk about Gregory and how much of a snake he's going to become. So we saw Gregory in previous episodes actually got stabbed. We were hoping he would die, at least I was. And after tonight's episode, I think it's going to be the bigger battle. Who do you want to die first, Spencer or Gregory? So let's go back in time. Remember, Herschel gave Glenn the pocket watch, and that is going to be the central theme of tonight's episode. So Maggie will put the pocket watch on Glenn's grave, and Gregory will go up and steal the pocket watch, believe it or not. So tonight, Maggie's actually going to slug Gregory right in the face after she catches him trying to loot her dead husband's material. Such a snake, slimy move. Enid will make it to Hilltop with Carl. We'll start to reform that bond between Enid and Maggie will give Enid the pocket watch just as a token of her appreciation, and that's going to strengthen that bond. And as I said later on, Carl and Jesus, I think they're going to jump in the back of a Savior's truck and then head to the sanctuary to do a little recon work. So thanks everyone for watching. Leave your comments. This is a brief clip of a spoiler. As I said, later on today we'll have the full episode if you guys want to see that. It is going to be very descriptive, so watch at your own risk. Thanks for watching. My name's Killshot. Give this video a thumbs up and look for more videos soon. Peace.